righty. Say hey, everyone. Welcome into another edition of Say Hey Plays. My name is Jose Bouquett. Thanks all for jumping in here bright and early here on a Saturday morning. We've got a loaded slate of baseball here. My guy Daby Cab is out in the wilderness, so he might be in and out of the show here today. So we're going to break this card down here together. Going to make it about a 2-hour show, hopefully less, and we will get you guys into the wilderness, as I just said with Cab. We'll get you into the day with some winners here. It was a good day for me yesterday, back into the winning unit land. I had 3 units quietly on the White Sox, though, so it made it less of a winning day than I wanted it to be, but a good day nonetheless here. So let's get after it here. Let's start breaking these games down, and let me put the link in the chat for you guys, for anyone that wants to join on the program. Give us your action right here. All right, beautiful. Let me post that link. And we are ready to go, ladies and gentlemen. So without further ado, let's get after it here. Let's break down these games here. At this point, you guys know what it is here on Say Hey Plays. So let's get after it here. We want to have another winning day. You need to stack them. And I went from being down tremendously this week to now just being up slightly with the local. So that was always a nice feeling, digging yourself out of a hole. So let's get after it here. Shout out to everyone in the chat here. I see my guy, sports scientist Jacob. It would be nice to have you on screen. No worries. Obviously, you're a busy man today, but it's nice to see you in the chat here. T. Moss, Rob Free Band saying, "Wake them titties up." Jose, it's nice to see you, my guy Rob. TJ dropping his action in here. Washington, Milwaukee over the Angels money line. Toronto A's over Houston money line. The under in Cubs, Yankees, and the first 5 under in Baltimore, Miami. Good luck, my guy. Can't wait to see what action I am going to move on to today. And a early birthday to our guy T Moss. Happy birthday to you, T Moss. Birthday is tomorrow. Try to get you a birthday pick here today and get you a winner here. I believe you're a North Carolina guy, so shout out to you, T Moss. Nasty Nate in here, Zoe Faye, Vincent Contreras, Dave McKenna, Christopher Tatum in here, bright and early, and our guy Swiggy Betts helping us out here. Jackie Ross, nice to see you as well. Gerald Jones, Kristen Hess, Woo Woo, Kenny Woo. I was very much interested in Swiatek by straight sets, but I didn't have that available. Shout out to our guy Billy Brisbane for that here as well. So let's get into it, guys, and let's talk about our games here. We'll first start talking about Cubs Yankees here. Max Fried versus Matthew Boyd. 2 pitchers I actually do like here to back. 2 pitchers I think are quality here. We'll roll right into the market. As you guys know, that is where I primarily cap here, and where I primarily do my worst, or do my best, I should say. So let's get into it. Right now, we have 63% of the bets and 77% of the money on the New York Yankees here. Interestingly enough, as always, as you guys know, I'm a big reverse line movement guy. We've got decent amount of public money on the Yankees here, opening up at minus 161, now down to minus 153 at penny there. And where we used to play poker, same story, minus 155 or minus 165, excuse me, down to minus 152 there for the New York Yankees. I again like both these pitchers. Let's check out what the Cubs are doing against lefties here, specifically to see how they might fare against old Maximus Fried here. Matthew Boyd also a lefty, so we'll be able to check out Yankees numbers against lefties pretty easily. From the 15th to today, the New York Yankees, second best, 142 weighted runs created plus against lefties, while the Chicago Cubs are at 98, about 19th weighted runs created plus there in the league. So I think I'll end up staying off this game just because of the Yankees' success against lefties here in the last month or so. If you want to cut down the split to just from the 1st to the 12th, only 56 plate appearances, but the Yankees 214 weighted runs created plus against lefties. Very good. So will keep me off here. I am semi-interested to see who that lefty was that got dominated by the Yankees here. I'm looking up to see who it was here. I don't have any starters, I should say, from this month so far, according to StatMuse here. J.P. Sears, 5 2/3, 2 hits, no earned runs. Nick Lodolo, 4 1/3, 1 earned run. Tyler Anderson, 6 innings, 4 earned runs. Crochet, 8 1/3, 1 earned run. Chris Bubich, 4 1/3, 5 earned runs. Noah Cameron, 5 2/3, 6 earned runs. Okay. I'll stay off this game, but I lean Cubbies here. So anyone betting the Cubbies, I still like it here. Now, TJ mentioned that he's on the under in this game here. Nice to see you, Spoons, Bets, Aaron, Wags, Coin, my guy. Nice to see you guys all in here. Let's get after it here. Let's break these games down. Should be a fun card here. Zoe likes Yankees team total over 4.5. DK still hanging the 8 is our guy TJ saying, which reminds me to talk about the under in this game. There's 75% of the money, 64% of the bets on the under here. By the way, Spoons, I still have to download a Spank. I needed to do that. I haven't done that yet. So I'm using Wager Talk here today. Should be one of the last days I use it, though. So that should be very fun. But a lot of money on the under. This is I'm seeing, and I need to just update my totals here real quick so I can get the updated line movement on said totals, because I'm seeing this open at an 8.5 and is down to 7.5. Wow, TJ, look at you. That's great bets there. My bookie still showing an 8, but at 7.5 across the boards here now, opening up at an 8. So under is a very interesting bet here as well. And yes, I would love to see the Yankees lose here to date as well. So don't want to see what happens when Jose types that into his Bryce. TJ, a lot of history comes back up, But let's move on here to game 2, Seattle, Detroit. What an interesting game yesterday. It made Tarek Skubal look human. And I was shocked to see the Seattle Mariners hit him. And now we've got Casey Mize, who's all-star and all-star this year, versus George Kirby, one of my favorite pitchers in baseball here. Now, the line movement in this game is pretty dramatic here, so let's start there. I see minus 135 openers here. That's probably at BOL, minus 124 at Penny there. Both now at minus 107, Detroit Tigers, minus 103 to the Mariners here. So let's immediately jump over to the market here. And there's 70% of the bets, 72 if we want to be specific, on the Detroit Tigers. 69% of the money is on Seattle here, which definitely makes Seattle an interesting bet for me. So I will write that down for me. Kirby versus Mize. Everyone, again, knows that I'm a big George Kirby guy. I love strike throwers, and he is one of them. But let's talk about Casey Mize, a guy that I have not been as high on here. His last few starts, he went 7 strong, 4 hits, no earned runs at Cleveland, 6 2/3, 5 hits, 2 earned runs, Minnesota, 5 innings, 1 earned run at Tampa Bay. So he's been chugging right along here. 3 runs has been the most he's given up here in over a month here almost. So, I mean, I could see why, Mize is vulnerable coming after that 7-inning shutout get performance at Cleveland, a team that is not really that good here. Splits, that good hitting wise, I should say. Splits here for Casey Mize. Home, a 2 ERA in 36 innings pitched. Road 49 and 2/3 innings pitched, a 3.08 ERA there. Righties hitting him a little harder than lefties here. And as we will refresh our expected lineups here from Roto, we've got Julio as a righty, Cal Raleigh switch, Randy Arozarena, Jorge Polanco, and Ben Williamson, all righties here. So not honestly that too much to fear for Casey Mize. I still lean Seattle, but I don't know if I can get there so far. I'm a little worried about the Tigers' ability to hit here. That's very funny. TJ saying 27% of the tickets on 27%, 70% of the money on Seattle is insane. I read this totally wrong. Nice to see you. Wine time as well. I am happy we had a nice day. At least I had a nice day yesterday. Thank you for that. I saw you went three. You told me you went 3-3. So shout out to you, my man. That's not a bad day at all. Wags locked in the over 7.5, minus 118 here in this game. He's also on Seattle first 5 plus a half here, minus 140. Zofe also took Casey Mize over 3.5 Ks and Zach Wheeler over 5.5 Ks. Little parlay as well. It's interesting. Jermaine 5.5 hits. Let me see here. We've got coin first 5 money line. Let me know in the chat what you guys think here about this game. I'm leaning heavily towards Seattle. Don't know if I've gotten the conviction yet to get there, but would love to hear what you guys have to say. So we can roll right along so I don't just sit here hemming and hawing, but Seattle, definitely a lean and a look that I'm looking at very heavily here. So let's roll on. Pittsburgh, Minnesota here. Cole Sands, who I just saw, is potentially not pitching today. I don't know. I saw that BetMGM didn't have him listed, so I was very interested to see where other books had this and seeing if they had him listed as well. I'll tell you line movement wise to start. This opened up minus 137 at pennies, down to minus 130, got up to minus 140 at one point, has come down here. Same thing at BOL, minus 138 opener, now about to minus 128. I'll be honest, it's not enough movement to get me to back the Pirates here. There's 60% of the bets, 81% of the money on Pittsburgh here. No information on the total. But I'll say it's a Pittsburgh spot or nothing based off that line movement. I mean, it's 60% of the bets and 81% of the money on the Pittsburgh Pirates. So I'd expect it to move, especially if you bet it. You would hope that it moved that way. But I'm honestly not going to move on that. And it seems like it might be an interesting spot for him here, but not enough line movement. Sportsman of the year. Nice to see you, Spoons. I'll check that in a moment. TJ saying if I had to bet it now, I would pass. I bought back half my Detroit position, cost me 12 cents in VIG, but I'm okay with that. All right, beautiful. Shout out to you, TJ. So yeah, you bet Detroit, I guess, is what you were saying. Oh, you bet Detroit earlier, the line moved against you, so now you just bet a little Seattle. So that makes a whole lot of sense there, since you're, especially with your bigger unit size. So shout out to you. MLG Vivas in here saying Pittsburgh team total under 3.5 here. So, okay. All right. Well, I won't move on this game yet here, and we can roll right along here, but I'm excited to see what happens in this game. And I don't know if I may expect Cole Sands to pitch, but we'll see what happens. Oh, I am to finish. All right. Beautiful. Sorry, I had to send a text message there. My brain was not working with my texting brain there. So let's move on here. And Kenny Wu mentioning that he has not lost a Nerfy and a Skeens game this year. Just plug and play. Just yet another winner. I saw yesterday that in Paul Skeens' 25, I think it was, starts, that he's not given up a first inning run so far. So shout out to you, Kenny Wu there. Let's go to Atlanta, St. Louis. Aaron Bummer versus Eric Fetty. Aaron Bummer, who I always see pitching, and I assume he is still a White Sox reliever. Let's see if there's a primary here for, and by the way, Travis Adams is the primary for Minnesota here. So Cole Sands, I guess, opens here, and then Travis Adams comes in. He's given 4 innings of 9 hits, 5 earned runs last time out on July 5th against Tampa Bay. So good note for you guys backing the Twins there. But we can roll right into Atlanta, and I'm seeing Jesse Chavez as the primary. So we're probably just getting a full bullpen day from the Braves here. As I scroll down, bullpen's already pretty used up too. Iglesias back-to-back days. Daisbel Hernandez through Thursday and Wednesday, day off yesterday. Same with Dylan Lee. Pierce Johnson, back-to-back days. Montero, and Neil De Los Santos, Austin Cox, all 3 yesterday, 17, 20 and 11 pitches there. So that leaves Jesse Chavez with 3 days rest. He threw 60 pitches last time out. Joey Wentz, 3 days rest. And Aaron Bummer, who threw 6 pitches on Thursday. But not a bullpen I want to back here in a bullpen day, I will be honest, especially when we've got the Cardinals on the other side and Eric Fetty, who I decently like. Eric Fetty, another guy who's probably going to get traded this this trade deadline. But fascinatingly enough, this line has done the complete flip here. Minus 123 St. Louis is now minus 108 Atlanta here at Pinnacle, which is crazy here. BOL, same story, minus 125 St. Louis, now down to minus 110 Atlanta here. So it moved pretty quickly, it seems. I'm going to use Penny for this line movement a little more. I'm seeing minus 123. It went down to minus 111 about, I don't know, like 30 minutes ago here, and it's just been slowly creeping towards the Atlanta Braves here. Again, people in the chat, let me know what you guys think here as well. Most, oh God, this is an old school solo show side. Can we at least have Helga join us? Helga, very much asleep right now still. Remos, very much asleep here. Robert Cherry, nice to see you. Daryl Turner dropping Braves first 5. Christopher Tatum took Braves first or full game plus 105. Oldie, nice to see you, my man. How many times have Chavez been on the Braves? I think it's like 4 times this already, Spoon. So that is crazy as well. And Spoon's saying that he doesn't expect Eric Fetty to pitch well. Wine Time dropping his full card here so far. He's on the A's, White Sox, and Angels, the ugly card, but it's a goodie. Shout out to you, Wine Time, my man. Yeah, another bet that I don't know if I have the conviction to make right now, but I probably will end up coming back to at the end of the program when I'm reviewing all the action that I want to put in. Atlanta Braves and this huge market move is probably going to be one of them here. Let's see where the money is in this game first. Wow, 57% of the bets and 66% of the money on Eric Fetty and the Cardinals here. So, I basically have to bet the Atlanta Braves here today. So the Braves will indeed be on my card here today. So I will be on the Atlanta Braves here, and I will make that official and bet it here later on in the program. TJ says they don't mind bullpen games. I'm close to betting Atlanta. So, all right, it's a tired bullpen. I don't love it, but I'm riding with the line movement here. So let's roll on here too. We've got Miami, Baltimore here. Trevor Rogers versus Jansen Junk, the non-sexy matchup of the day. But I was interested in backing Jansen Junk here, a guy that went to Driveline. If you guys don't know, that's high-speed cameras and very in-depth pitching analysis crew. And he's kind of refigured himself out and is pitching really well. 65% of the bets and 69% of the money is on Baltimore here. Line movement has gone towards Baltimore, minus 155, minus 162. So, and Trevor Rogers on the bumps. So I wouldn't expect the line to really move in his direction because I don't think he's very good. So the line movement here will keep me off. Minus 155, minus 164 at BOL, excuse me. And I think Junk will be a back pitcher, but it does not seem like it will be today. By the way, Jansen's last few appearances, 6 innings, 1 earned run, 6 innings, 2 earned runs, 5 2/3, 5 earned runs, 5 innings, 1 earned run, 5 2/3, no earned runs. So I think he's a quality pitcher. Don't be surprised if he gets traded at the deadline or something of the sort, but I am not going to move on this game because I like Junk and I do not want to fade him here. And the line movement is going against me here. So I don't have the conviction to move against it. Oldie, Miami run line going on as well here. Chris Retaining leading Miami. And by the way, shout out to Billy Brisbane yesterday. We hit Suns +7 as an outright winner yesterday. I mean, oh my gosh, it was so easy. So shout out to Billy Brisbane on that one. Sunny Screens, Sunny Springs saying I've been having a Marlins feeling their last 5 losses. That's funny. Nicholas Handy mentioning that Trevor Rogers used to be a Marlin, so that may be an extra incentive for the Marlins, but I think that it's the opposite way. I think he's going to be very ready to pitch against his old squad here that left him for dead. Miami against lefties. 65 weighted runs created plus, 26 in the lead here from the 15th of last month to today. So all I need, to not bet this game. So I've stayed off of this matchup. Let's go to the battle of the West Coast here. Dodgers, Giants here. We got some Giants money last night. It was a lot sweatier than it had to be, but we got that cash. Shout out to Logan Webb, and much higher scoring than we thought it was going to be as well. But we got that cash, and Mike just came unplugged, I guess. But we've got a great pitching matchup in Landon Roop versus Shohei Ohtani. Now, let me see if I have to, let me double up. I have to re-plug in my mic, excuse me. But while I do that, I will say I expect another 2 innings from Shohei. They're building him back up just like they would in a minor league situation. There we go. Mike is better now. But I would love to hear what you guys, if you guys can research for me and see if he's going more than 2 innings today. The Ohtani starts have been a little more difficult for me to back. Kristen Hess likes Ohtani to over 1.5 total bases. Shout out to you, Kristen. Thanks for watching. But I like Landon Roop. Again, I might be biased because he shoved it up the Red Sox ass the other day. But I think he's a solid pitcher. And plus 130, I was leaning Giants. Markets in this game, let's talk about them. We have, scroll. 62% of the bets on Ohtani and the Dodgers, but 55% of the money on the Giants. Pretty split. I'm seeing a minus 135 opener go up to minus 160. So it seems like today is the day that the Dodgers break that long losing streak here. Minus 162 now at a minus 139 opener here. Maybe the Dodgers are a parlay piece, but it's not going to be a straight action play for me. I don't like laying minus ones, but I respect that as well here. So let's keep rolling along here. I don't have any action in this game, but excuse me. I lean Dodgers here with that big line movement. It's 7-game losing streak for them now, the longest they've had in like 10 years, it seems. So I think they break that, beat the Giants. Ohtani goes 2 innings, and then we get a bullpen performance from, let's see if they have a listed primary. Emmett Sheehan is the primary for the Dodgers today, and his last few appearances, let me tell you right now. Sorry for this delay here. Sheehan's last 2 appearances. Last one was against the Astros at home on the 6th of July. 5 innings, 5 hits, 1 earned run. Last one was one before that, I should say, was last month on the 18th, so quite a while ago, but another 1 earned run performance there against the Padres. So has not left the friendly confines of Dodger Stadium. This will be his first road start of the year. Another reason I kind of don't want to back him here, but I do lean Dodgers in this game. So we can keep rolling right along here to Boston Red Sox, Tampa Bay Rays here. Another crazy Red Sox victory yesterday. It was the win of the season for the Red Sox. I'll say that. Take the first 2. Now you've got your ace on the bump with Crochet. Red Sox are feeling good, and I truthfully wanted to back them again here, keep the winning streak going with the Red Sox, but at minus 200, it makes it extremely difficult for me to try to back here. Boz is a good pitcher that I like here, and I think the line's probably a little overinflated. The Red Sox winning streak probably playing a factor in that. So, and especially because of how they've won his last 2 games. The first one, they come from behind and win in like the 7th inning. And then last night a walk-off. So I'm probably off the Red Sox here today. Maybe if you want to, that's the other leg of that parlay I was referring to earlier. Boz, his last 3 appearances, 6 innings, 3 earned runs, 7 hits against the Detroit Tigers. which that's a good start, honestly. It's a quality start there for my guy Boz against the Tigers, especially. 7 innings, 7 hits, 3 earned runs on 2 home runs at home against the A's. Remember, AAA ballpark, so those home runs flying. 11 Ks, 1 walk that day as well. And 8 innings of shutout baseball at Kansas City, 9 Ks, 1 walk. So, I mean, an under is definitely a lean here as well. I mean, this 8, Fenway Park, you don't see many 8s there. I would love to see if you guys who keep track of that information, what you guys would see for the last time we saw 8, 7.5 total like that low in Fenway Park here. So I leaned under. The splits on the total here are 57% of the bets, 84% of the money on the under. 80 and 57% of the bets are on the over, I should say. So excuse me there. And we've gone a little bit of the juice has gone towards the over. Minus 115 opener at BOL has now gone to minus 110 each way. And Penny minus 107 to the over is now minus 111. So I'd lean under. This is one of those games where they opened up at a low number, and I just kind of have to trust the low opener. So I'll lean under here, but nothing for me in this game here. Wag says late on the Philly line, move was at minus 140 in his opinion there. Gorky in the chat, nice to see you, Gorky. Says they want to take Philly. And Gerald Jones mentioned the 8-game win streak. Scott likes the Brewers run line, Phillies money line. Thank you, Gorky, for that $2 dono, my man. Scott, nice to see you. SGP for the Red Sox and the under there as well. And Seattle, Detroit is in a rain delay here. Gerald Turno asking about Garrett Crochet regression. As a Red Sox fan, I will admit I am a little worried about Crochet's innings pitched. I'm pretty sure he leads the league in innings pitched right now. He's at 120 innings pitched. He had 146 last year. So yeah, I'm a little worried about that. A little worry. But I'm just going to end up staying off the game here. Again, minus 200, I think is just a little bit too much for me in this shit. So a stay off game for me here. So we can just keep rolling right along here. And he might be tired. He's not pitching in the All-Star game, he said. So that's definitely an indication as well that he might be tired. He said himself, like, yeah, it's the most amount of games I've pitched, et cetera, et cetera. So I'm going to take the All-Star game off, need the week-long break. He'll still be there, which I guess it's cool for him, but not pitching in it. So good sign maybe that indeed he is tired. So good notes there. And again, like I mentioned to you guys, pitchers going in the next few days are not going to be pitching in the All-Star game. So we'll be seeing those replacements like Mizorowski with 5 starts, which is hilarious. But shout out to Mizorowski in baseball for trying to make this fun here. Colorado, Cincinnati is our next game on the board here. Bradley Blaylock versus Brady Singer here. And this was the game that I spent the least amount of time on. You guys will be shocked to see. Singer is an okay pitcher that we've seen start off super hot, kind of tail off a little bit in this season. I'm going to tell you guys right now what he's done in his last few appearances. 5 innings, 7 hits, 2 earned runs against the Miami. 3 innings, 2 earned runs against Boston. 5 innings, 4 earned runs against New York. Had back-to-back good starts. Few starts ago at St. Louis and at Detroit. His home road splits here I'm being interested in. Pretty similar, 3.99 compared to a 4.66. And his righty-lefty splits are pretty much the same. And Bradley Blaylock, if you guys don't remember him as a former Astro here, we'll see how he's done here in the last few appearances himself. His last major league appearance, oh my God. His last major league appearance was apparently 2 days ago on the 10th. So I would love to refresh my RotoWire to see if he's just an opener. What are we going to get here from our guy Blaylock? Confirmed lineup is in, and Bradley Blaylock, no primary on RotoWire. So we're going to see him apparently. And he threw 2 days ago. Let me double check here. Yeah, through 2 days ago, 3 2/3, 13 hits, 12 runs, 3 home runs allowed at home against the Padres here. I mean, this is the ultimate of ultimate bounce back starts for a starter, but I don't want him here. This is just not the game I'll be looking at here. I didn't touch on the market moves or the line movement on the Red Sox game. So real quick, I'm seeing Penny open this up at minus 176. It's at minus 174 now. It got up to minus 190, minus 186 at one point. And for Red Sox Rays here, same at BOL, minus 185 or minus 175, up to minus 182 at one point. But has not moved much and has kept me off of that game. Now for this game, Singer, Blaylock, minus 300. You guys know my general rule of thumb. I haven't bet the minus 300 fade in quite a while. But today doesn't seem, or I guess this game doesn't seem like a bad one, if I'm being honest. Opened up at minus 300. Goes down to minus 271 here at Penny. BOL has minus 274, opened up at 290 here. And let's see here where the market is in this game. We've got 82% of the bets, 81% of the money on Cincinnati here. So if you're a Rockies plus 1.5 guy, sure. I could see it. I just not very interested in this game. Spoon saying Singer has an ERA under 4, second most hitter-friendly park in baseball over the last 3 years. I don't get the hate everyone gives him. He's a fly ball guy in a small park. I think he's pitching well. Well, the fact that he's a fly ball guy in a small park is why I don't like backing him here at home. Those balls can get out of here easily. Oldie alt line this under. Woo likes minus 2.5. Jermaine even dropping a Ellie De La Cruz 3+ hits, runs, RBIs. Okay. I'm going to stay off, I suppose. But Christopher Tatum is going back to the Rockies here. But I lean Rockies here. I'm just not going to bet it in here. Rockies strike out so much, worse than baseball. I think Singer gives Singer a chance to shine. This is a Singer spot for Zoe. So I'll stay off. And we can keep rolling right along in this good pace we've got going on here, ladies and gents. So I thank you guys all for jumping in the chat. Give me your action in here. It's very helpful to me so I can, try to decide what I'm going to do on the card here. So keep throwing us your action, your looks, what you guys are on, explanations, whatever it may be. So I thank you guys for dropping your action in here. So let's roll to Cleveland, Washington here, the game that bit me in the ass yesterday. Now I didn't look and see if the Guardians won game 2 of that doubleheader because I was extremely interested in both games for the White Sox here. White Sox win game 2, of course, so that's a little annoying. But I had a bad taste in my mouth after game 1. Especially because I bet it 3 times. I had it in a parlay. I bet it straight twice. So I was like, oh, well, this is why you put 1 unit on every game. Win or loss, the result is the result. So I was a little frustrated about that. And it's probably going to just cloud my judgment here today. Again, I sit here with this pitching matchup, Bybee versus Burke, and I'm like, I kind of lean White Sox again. I really do. We've got market in this game, 75% of the bets, 79% of the money on Cleveland here, and line really has not moved much, 5 cents if that. Penny opened this up minus 143 up to minus 150. BOL 45 up to minus 147. So I lean White Sox. I really do, but bad taste in my mouth yesterday after that annoying loss. So I'm staying off. People in the chat, let me know what you guys think. Wine time's on the White Sox here as well. Billy Brisbane saying best underdog pick is Cater. By the way, Billy, I have a UFC bet, and I was told I had a friend that had a birthday yesterday. He likes betting the UFC quite a bit. I was told that I'm supposed to give this out for him on his birthday. So I will give you guys out, and I bet this already. Garcia, who is fighting against Cater. Garcia to win by decision at plus 250. So that is my UFC action of the day there. So Billy, I saw Billy said he's the best underdog Cater was. So hopefully not. Hopefully they lose the decision for my sake, Billy. So Garcia to win by decision plus 250 there. No action for me this game. And Nasty Nate saying that's a losing bet, Jose. Well, Nate, my friend told me to take it, and I'm a good friend, and I ride my friend's bets. So Garcia plus 250 by decision. So I can't wait to see what that fight entails. Drop your UFC action in the chat. Nasty Nate, what are we on tonight in the UFC? Let me know, and I'll tell my guy here as well. Christopher Tatum following wine time on the White Sox. I get it, but I'm going to stay off this game and roll right along here. I'll mention quickly again, markets, 75% of the bets, 79% of the money on Cleveland. Line's not really moving. 77% of the bets on the under. 78% of the money on the over in this game, shockingly enough. We have gone up from 8.5 to a 9 there. So keep your eyes peeled on this game. Spoon likes the White Sox here as well. I do too. But I'm not. I just don't have the conviction to move on it as well. Fuck it, I'm on with y'all. MLG Beavis saying White Sox here as well. I'll see if it makes my official card here. But let's move on to a very interesting game. We have, I think, this back half of this card here. There's 3 games on the back half of this card that are fascinating to me, that I'm excited to get some action in on. First half of the card, obviously, was a little more passy, but few games here I'm interested in, including this one. Mets Royals minus 125 for the Mets here. Frankie Montas on the bump. Does anyone else think this is very low, very trappish here? Because I thought, again, minus 135, minus 140, New York Mets here. And that is not the case. Now, I'm fairly certain the Mets lost last night against these very aforementioned Royals, and the line did go down. Oh, no, the Mets won, excuse me. I saw the 3-0 or 3-1 lead early. So that makes my point even better. So they won 8-3 last night, the Mets did. They were like minus 135, Senga on the bump. And now we've got a minus 125. And I was like, that doesn't make sense. I think this line should be much higher than it is. So I was immediately interested in the Kansas City Royals here. 54% of the bets, 66% of the money on the New York Mets here, 51% of the bets and 52% of the money on the over in this game. But when I first look at this line kind of screamed Royals to me. I'm seeing a minus 124 opener down to minus 120 at Penny. BOL minus 130 down to minus 120. And I need to refresh my odd sheet real quick to make sure I've got the most updated lines here. But yeah, I'm going to move on the Mets, I'm going to move on the Royals here at the end of the program with all my action. But this was just like, you look at the line and immediately it was like, okay, I have to bet the Royals here. So Royals will be on my card here. Weird opener, lines coming down. So give me the Royals here today. Rants in here as well. I agree with you. I'm not about to tout shit as well, Rants. And today hopefully will be my last day using Wager Talks odds there. So I kind of agree with you there. Spooner Street. Shout out to Family Guy here as well. Let's see here. Mets for Action Jackson. Not much discussion in this game here. I would just ask you guys to let me know what you guys think about this game. I'm on the Royals. Christopher Tatum's going to follow me on the Royals here, but yeah, I think this is a pretty clear Royal spot. We'll find out here soon if that is the case. So let's keep rolling here. Nationals Brewers, one of the games that I didn't find as interesting as the Royals and Mets game here. Shinsuke Ogasawara on the bump here for the Nationals, and he pitched horribly to start off his career against the Red Sox. He got touched up Was his first action in the major leagues. And now for your troubles, Agasawara, who, by the way, is a lefty. Now you get the Milwaukee Brewers, who are the best team against lefties in a little bit under a month span here. 146 weighted runs created plus and 225 plate appearances. Brandon Woodruff coming back from injury. First outing was not horrible. I need to double check what his exact line was, but he did pitch pretty well, and I'm pretty sure it was against the Marlins here as well. It was against the Marlins. 6 innings, 2 hits, 1 earned run. One of those 2 hits being a home run. 8 Ks, no walks. That's a good sign for Woodruff. The no walks portion of it. But it's a soft landing spot with the Marlins. It's another soft landing spot here with the Nationals. I lean Brewers here. I team total -1, -1.5, just not bets. Well, I should say -1, -1.5, just not a bet that I will be making here. TJ saying, oh, Gaskanawara here, saying the Milwaukee Brewers should score 7. I did lean over. Irish King is what I was thinking of first in this game, if we're being honest. I didn't want to back Woodruff, really, especially at -250. I think Owasarawa is going to get hit, so any runs I get off of Woodruff are kind of a bonus. So 8.5 would probably be an overlook for me here, too. Market in this game, 74% of the bets, 70% of the money on the under. Admittedly, that makes me want to take the over even more. This line opened up at an 8, -115 to the over. Penny of this -114 to the over. It's now a 9. So this went from, it started at 8, lasted there for 15 minutes, 8.5. If you want to be more realistic with this over, we can call it an 8.5, but it still has gone up to a 9 and is very, very interesting there. So yeah, I guess first initial lean was accurate. Lean over, and over, a lot of love for this over in this marketplace with all that money on the under. So no action for me here, but you know, I can see why you guys are on the over here. Nathaniel Lowe, say hey, flank steak play of the day, RBI there. Shout out to you, Christopher Tatum, +230. Good luck, my man. My dude, nice to see you. Action Jackson, Wags. Very interesting. And yes, TJ and Dave Redling, you guys talking about wager. Yes, I'm not a big fan of the site, but the odds page has been nice, and I'm excited to try the new one. I'm going to download it here after the show and figure it out here soon. So I'm excited to talk about that or use that here as well. Next game on our slate here is the game of the day for me. What a pitching matchup. Battle of Texas. 2 best pitchers in Texas going. Framber Valdez versus Jacob deGrom here. 6.5 total. Now, I had a loss yesterday in the White Sox, but yesterday I had a push as well with that first 5 total over 3. Now, the game ended 3-1 or 2-1, 3 runs, and shout out to Daby Cab, who is in the mountains right now, so doesn't have service, so don't think he'll be joining us here today, but Cab, consistently, 3.5s, 3s, first 5s, way too low. Just too low. Can't do it. But when those first 5s, they go over, full game usually stays under. So, shout out to my guy Elio. He likes making non-correlated parlays. First 5 over, full game under. I could see it here. Both these pitchers, very good. I don't really have to say much. DeGrom has looked like prime DeGrom again, and it's been nice to see him not get hurt. -125 opener here, -126 at Penny, -114 now, and BOL has -117 down to -125 or from 2025. There is a pretty ticket split on this. 51% of the bets right now on Houston, but 59% of the money is on Texas. So pretty split there, 10 cents movement down. It's a little interesting. 68% of the bets and 87% of the money is on the under in this game here. Juice has gone towards the under. It was -115 to the over and now -115 to the under in this game here. What am I getting first 5? here because I am here yet again thinking first 5 over, full game under. But I would like to see what number we're getting first 5 right now. I am seeing 3 again. Minus 115 to the over. All right. Well, Daby Cab, wherever you are, hope you're proud because Texas, Houston, first 5 over 3 will be on my card here shortly. I still lean full game under, obviously, but threes are just too low, just way too low, man. I mean, we saw it yesterday. Paul Skeens gives up 2, and the Minnesota Twins get 1, or excuse me, the Pirates get 1. We push. That was all the runs in the game, but 2 runs from Paul Skeens and 1 from Joe Ryan. Both those pitchers are thrilled. Now I think the same thing here. DeGrom gives up 2, Framber gives up 1. We push. That's fine. But I think we can get up to the win here. Now, Rants mentions the point that is the most worrisome to me is that the Texas offense is horrible, has been all year. Against lefties, they're 20th, 95 weighted runs created plus. And Houston against righties, 122 weighted runs created plus. So any runs we get from Texas here, I think are going to be a bonus. I'm hoping that this is a 3-0 ball game. DeGrom gives up the 3 runs, and then Texas can scratch across a run here, and we can get the over. But I am on this. I'm going to be on this first 5 over 3. Steven Harrison, he's thinking the opposite, first 5 under, full game over. That's what I thought too. Steven, when first looking at these super low first 5 lines, but Daby Cab was the guy that has beat it into my head at this point that 3 is just way too low. It's just way too low. So we'll see. I pushed yesterday's first 5 over 3. We'll see if we can get the dub here today. And I hope that the Rangers just score 2 runs off of Framber Valdez would be a gift. If we get 2 runs from the Rangers off Framber in the first 5 innings, I think we cash this bet. So that'll be a fun one. Next on our slate here, and that was a great pitching matchup. I lean Texas, by the way. That line coming down 10 cents, pretty even ticket split. I lean Texas. Should be a fun pitching matchup, though. I can't wait to watch this game. I've got to bootleg it, obviously, because of blackouts, but whatever. Let's go to the game everyone wants to talk about here, and I've seen a few people drop this game already. Phillies, Padres here. Man, what a matchup here again. If this was like 3 years ago. Darvish coming off of an injury versus Zach Wheeler, who I will say is he's on track. He's on track to win his first Cy Young here, and I think he will win the Cy Young as kind of like a career achievement award at this point. But we have 1 start under our belt with Darvish, 3 2/3, 3 hits, 2 earned runs, 5 Ks, 3 walks here. He only threw 1 rehab assignment, and that was on January, February, March, April, May. Oh no, it wasn't even. Let me double check here. Oh yeah, it was May. Yeah, so May of 2025. So he's not pitched much in live action here, and it's a little worrisome to say the least. I don't want to back Darvish not until I see him fully ready to go here. Let's check out and see. I'm going to look and see what his history is against this team because I'm sure he's faced the Phillies many a times here. So let us pull this up here, and I've got to. StatHead is sometimes a bit of a pain to seek out here, but we found it here finally. So Darvish versus the Philadelphia Phillies here. We have his last start was in 2023, 6 innings, 5 hits, 1 earned run. He's pitched pretty well against them, but again, last one was in 23. Trey Turner hits 300 off of him. Max Kepler 286, Stott 286, JT 200, Castellanos 250, and Bryce Harper 9 ABs, 2 hits off of him. One of those being a home run there. Now let's go to the market, which I'm sure as everyone talking about this game. And I'm going to refresh real quick one more time. So we have a opener at minus 140. That opener most likely at BOL. Yep. It is now minus 161. Wow, 20 cents of movement towards the Philadelphia Phillies here. Minus 141, minus 156 now at Penny. And let's go to the splits. Here we have, where are you, Philly? There. Oh, man, am I blind now? Philly, where are you? All right. I cannot find this game. Wow, is this game just not on Wager Talk, guys? Maybe I'm blind. People in the chat, let me know if you guys see this game here on Wager, because I sure don't. Wow, it doesn't seem like this game is on Wager. So if you guys can let me know the cash flow splits, that would be very helpful. I assume that there's more bets and money on the Phillies here. About 60 and 70 would be my guess to have the line move up 20 cents there. But the Phillies, as the other half of that parlay piece of the Dodgers, is not a bad idea so far. That's percolating in my head. TJ, thank you. 77% of the bets, 85% of the money is on the Phillies here. A little higher than I expected it, but I am not surprised. TJ mentioned the bullpen earlier as well, so thank you, TJ. I'm going to talk about each bullpen here now. Phillies bullpen completely ready to go. And on the other side of that spectrum, the Padres, we cannot find for whatever reason. Jesus. The Padres pitching bullpen consistency is something to be marveled at. I'll tell you that. Suarez, Adam, Morejon, Estrada. If one of them goes, they all go. Suarez, Adam, Morejon, Estrada, all back-to-back days pitching. They got the day off on Wednesday and all through Thursday or Tuesday as well. That leaves us David Morgan, Brian Hoeing, Yuki Matsui, and Wandy Peralta. So I see why you guys are on the Padres here for sure. I think I'm going to end up making that minus one, the parlay Dodgers Phillies here official here. And I see someone needing the run line calculator. So let me type that up right here. Again, big shout out to our guy, Ronnie Crawford. Ron Crawford, who made this calculator himself. He's a smart man, and shout out to him. He does a great show with Justin McKelvey on the WNBA here as well. So, Lex Steele asking, is that a CFL parlay? I think you're asking for. I mean, just right on time. Lex Steele, 7 minutes ago, Jimmy tweeted out his CFL action, or some of it. Rough Riders double result. Saskatchewan and Calgary first half under 27, and the full game under 52 and a half there. He had to rebet it because of a postponement. But those are Jimmy's action. Those are some of Jimmy's action here. He's also, and I need to find his first looks here, Edmonton Elks +3, Lex Steele. So those are a couple of ideas from Jimmy the Bag on CFL. All right, so no action straight here for me on the Phillies, but I'm going to put them in a parlay with the Dodgers, it seems here. So we can keep rolling on. We've got 2 more games left to chat about here. Thank you guys for coming in, giving us your looks in the chat here. I appreciate it. I mean, obviously these solo shows maybe aren't the most entertaining, but I like to do them every once in a while to keep myself sharp when it comes to capping. We had a good day yesterday capping, so I wanted to, stay focused, get these games capped solo with you guys, and hopefully make some money along the way here. So let's do that. Let's talk about this game. The fishy line of the day here is in this game here. Angels, Diamondbacks. And as soon as I saw wine time back in the the Angels, I knew why. because minus 150, and I need to look at the openers and all this stuff. But when I opened this up and when I made this graphic for Los Angeles Angels minus 115, shocked that they would make this team favorite over a Diamondbacks team who, yes, is not that good this year. Yes, they will probably be sellers at the deadline, but I still think this Diamondbacks team is better than this Angels team. I still think Zach Gallen has more cachet than Yusei Kikuchi. So I thought minus 130, 35 Diamondbacks here. And the fact that the Angels are favorites said everything I needed to know about this game. So it was easy Angel spot here for me here. Easy. I couldn't believe this line. Now let's check out where this is opened up at and everything. One more refresh here just to make sure. Minus 108. It seems like Arizona was favored. Now minus 116 Los Angeles. Minus 105 each way at Penny. Excuse me. Minus 114 now at Penny for the Los Angeles Angels. So, I mean, yeah, there are some spots on the MLB board where sometimes I feel like I can't explain why I like the spot so much as much. It's just, and maybe I just sound dumb, but like, the Angels here opening up as underdogs, flipping the favorites again, just everything I need to know personally about this game. So why I was very interested in this game, Los Angeles Angels on my card. What is the first 5 price in this as well? I want to just curiosity here. First 5, the Angels are favored here, which is crazy. For even first 5, they're favored against Zach Gallen. Minus 118, minus 115 now for the Angels. Minus 125 at Bodog. So I'm not going to double up. I'll take my full game, but it's just fascinating to me. Fascinating to me that I am on, that this line is the way it is. So Angels was an easy bet for me to make here today. So cannot wait to see how it all works out. Res Mob, nice to see you. And Redbeard, hopefully those last words don't affect me today. But we'll see. But I thought it was too easy to try to get to the window with the Angels here. So Angels on my card officially. And that leads us to our final game of the board, the final game of the show here. Kevin Gausman and the Toronto Blue Jays versus the Oakland Athletics there. I was on the over 11 yesterday, and boy, was I sweating that game. I mean, the first 3 innings, the Scherzer and Severino. Now, Severino had traffic every inning, or every half inning, I should say, but I was like, man, this is 0-0. Like, got to get 11 runs. It's a lot of, has not many outs I've got, and then just suddenly that Blue Jays hit, and just started to tee off on Severino. And luckily for me, I got 2 runs in the 9th inning from the A's. Jesus. Yeah, the A's threatening late really got me there, because there's the wild pitch, I believe, in the 9th that got me the win. Yeah, sports betting and poker. Yeah, wild pitch for the dub. The wild pitch got me the win, and then I think Jacob Wilson hit the home run in the 9th inning. And I was like, oh my God, that was an absurd over. And why I don't love taking overs. But we took it. It won. We felt great about it. I think I saw TJ. He's back on the over in this game here. I tend to believe that I want to fade these older pitchers coming into this AAA ballpark. And Kevin Gausman definitely falls into that category of older guy that I would want to fade here. Minus 150, now down to minus 142 at Penny. Same thing at BOL, minus 150 down to minus 137. And we've got 69% of the bets, 82% of the money on Toronto here. 61% of the bets, 89% of the money on the over. Its total has actually gone down a little bit, juiced to the under, minus 110 each way to minus 120. I'll be honest. I lean A's. I really do. And I'm trying to work on volume, I guess is the right word here. I try not to bet too much, get overextended. I want to bet my best bets, as they say, the bets we feel the most confident about. This is one of those borderline bets for me. I just don't think that Gosman can hack it. Maybe, if this was a lower total, if this was if I get a 3.5 on the A's, that would have been great. But it's probably 4.5. So I'm going to stay off this game. I think Gosman and most of the old man pitchers are vulnerable in these AAA stadiums. Wager detective saying great value on the Blue Jays. They should be more chalk. I mean, I agree with you. I would expect -170, -160 here, but the fact that they're -140 is the reason why I'm like, okay, let's pump the brakes here, because I think this means that maybe the A's are live here. Spoon saying Lopez was drafted by the Blue Jays. I think they know how to hit this kid. The books are starting to get out on Lopez, and he thinks that the Jays can stack 8 righties, against him here. Christopher Tatum on the over. Irish King likes the over. Rad's mom has hit 2 overs in a row, and now is going for his 3rd straight over here. Stephen Harrison saying, I also like the A's, man, but it's hard to fade these Jays bats. Maybe roll with the Jays team total. Yes, and I agree, Wager. A -160 at least in this game. So the fact that it's -140 makes me think maybe the A's have value here today. But it's going to be a stay-off game for me. Again, I just need to practice a little bit of volume and unit control here. I don't have the most confidence in the spot, I guess. So I'm going to stay off there because of that. So let's review a little action here, and let's see where these lines have moved in the last hour. So I know Detroit, Seattle is in a rain delay here. But now looking at the line, it seems like it's a spot we kind of have to move on Seattle. I'm going to go over the markets here again. 66% of the money on Seattle, 65% of the bets on Detroit. And officially, this line opened up -135. Now, George Kirby is favored here, -105. So I am -106 at Penny. I'm going to bet the rain delay spot. I'm getting -109 on the Detroit or on the Seattle Mariners. So I'm on Seattle -109 officially. I am on the Atlanta Braves -112. And I'm putting in, typing in my unit as I'm making these bets, and then I'm going to hit submit right as I do all this. So this is maybe the not sexy part of capping here, but this is where the money is made here. Royals +111. Also on my card. I'm going to have to bet the parlay here as well. I'm also betting the first 5 over here in Detroit, Texas, and Houston here. That is a first 5. If I could fucking find the bet, if the goddamn thing would just show its goddamn face, that would be great here. All right. Sorry, this is taking a little longer than expected here. All right. First 5 over 3 at -115. I am on the Angels at -119 now, which is crazy to see that line here. And I'm going to bet the parlay as well. The parlay is Dodgers, Phillies. It's not, I guess, super chalk, super square, but those are 2 good teams that are very public. So we'll see. Just hit submit on my action. So Seattle -109, Atlanta -112, Kansas City +111, Los Angeles -111, or -119, and the first 5 over 3 at Texas, Houston there. And the last official play here, like I said, is going to be the parlay. Dodgers, Phillies here. Dodgers break out of their losing streak with old Ohtani-san on the mound. And we have the Phillies here with Zach Wheeler, the future Cy Young Award winner, both at -159, -158 for me. So a little under 2-1 there. I'll calculate the price and tweet out what the parlay is here in a second. And yes, you're right there, Spoons. No Esteves for the Royals here today, but I'm going to put my faith in the Lord of our market, market lords, I should say. Lucas Ursig, 2 days off, should be available here today. I know he has a blown save earlier this week, so hopefully he can fix that. But I'm expecting Ursig to shut this shit down for us here today as well. And you're 100% right. I hope, I'm praying for my guy, Cal Raleigh. Break Barry Bonds' record for most home runs before the All-Star break. That would be all-time stuff. And I hope he keeps this up because I would like for him to win the MVP over our guy, Aaron Judge. So that would be great. All right. Beautiful. I appreciate you guys all for joining us here on this little hour-long breakdown of Major League Baseball. I appreciate you guys all for being in here, putting in your action, dropping some donos. Shout out to Gorky, my guy, putting in a dono earlier. Appreciate you, my guy. Scott, Kong's clips, by the way, saying his Kong smash play of the day is Garcia moneyline. Steven Garcia. Kongs, you'll be happy to know I bet that guy plus 250 to win by decision is my bet there for Kong. So shout out to you, Kongs. I hope we can cash that here, my man. And let's give Kongs the respect he deserves. Shout out to you, Kongs. Markel asking about All-Star Week. It's this week. It's not really a weekend because they do this in the middle of the week for whatever reason. But Sunday, I believe, the last day of games. Monday, Home Run Derby. Tuesday, All-Star game. And then they have the day off until a couple days off until Friday, I believe. I have not looked that up, Markel, so you'll have to double check me, I guess. But yeah. Monday, Home Run Derby. Tuesday, All-Star break. Wednesday, Thursday, they're off. And then Friday, we're back breaking down full action here. So that'll be fun. So shout out to you there, Markel. Scott in here. Is that Cubs game already started? Am I obvious? I mean, when doing the show, like the time just flies going in here. Yeah, that game has officially started. Wow. It's funny that is how quickly this shit goes, but good luck to you, Scott, and your live bets. 1-0, beautiful. We've got Wager Detective, the fastest hour in sport today. That's funny. Shout out to you, Wager. Thanks for watching. Good luck in AC and with all your action, my man. Zofe, Spoons, Old E, Stephen Harrison, Christopher Tatum, Rez Mob, Nasty Nate, Rants, Redbeard LLC, Mamba Mentality, Rez, I said you, TJ, my guy in here, Wine Time joined us here as well. So shout out to all you guys. I thank you all for being a part of the program. We have a loaded day tomorrow and tonight because UFC tonight. The Nashville card is a good one. Jesus, I'm just having a hiccup fest over here. But as I was saying, we have great shows here this weekend. UFC tomorrow, or tonight, I should say. Tomorrow, we have our guy, Wine Time Sports and Walk-Off Wagers with Spoons as well, co-hosting. So that should be a great time. Spoons and Wine Time, a great duo there. And both have been killing it. Sundays, every day of the week for Wine Time. So shout out to you both. I will be back. When will I be back on screen? That's a good question. I'll be back on Monday. Monday for the Home Run Derby stream with Daby Cab. We're going to, draw lots, bet on the Home Run Derby. And just remember, guys, one for my last one in Home Run Derby bets with Teoscar Hernandez last year. So if you guys need a Home Run Derby selection, you guys know where to come. Monday, right here. Pub Sports Radio with me, Cab, and a great cast of characters. So shout out to you guys. Say hey, and we'll see you guys next time.